First time I started to identify myself as a European was when I spent 7 months in Southeast Asia for winter, and I came back over here. So after being 7 months over there, I started to miss Europe as a whole. Then if you compare European countries next to Thailand or Bali, you can realize how similar we are. Like comparing Italy, Poland, and Spain. Uh, if you compare them, there is no difference between those countries if you look at Thailand and Bali or Indonesia. So after I came back, that's the first moment I actually started calling myself as European. Of course, alongside to calling myself being Polish. So definitely I identify myself as a European. Basically, I would say traveling opens your eyes. So when I started traveling, I started to uh, see Europe as a whole. Basically, the first experience was doing Erasmus program, student exchange program in Spain for 1 year. So after that experience, I started to look as the European Union or Europe as a whole, and I think we should stick together more. So that was the first experience, and 2 years after that, I spent 7 months in Southeast Asia, as I said before. And after that experience, I I perceive Europe as like one big group of countries, and definitely I identify myself more European as before, especially before I did Erasmus. So I think traveling makes you feel more European. History maybe Brexit, but it still didn't happen. So I don't know if it will make other movements like Polexit or Frexit or other movements like separatist movements, if it will encourage those groups of people to try to like separate Europe and separate countries. I think that would be really bad for Europe. For me, definitely when Poland joined the EU, so we don't have to use passports or visas. So it was 2004. Like I said before, I didn't appreciate that before I left the Schengen zone. So when I was traveling across Asia, I realized that I don't have to deal with visas in Europe. I don't have to do visa runs. If I want to work in France, I just go over there. No permissions required. If I want to buy a house in Spain because I like Canary Islands, let's say, I can do it with no permissions. So that's really awesome. And I'm really happy that Poland is part of the EU. Erasmus. So, like I said, Erasmus changed basically my view for the world, especially when you meet people across all the globe or all Europe. And first time when I used to live in international environment, and that's basically thanks to the EU because Erasmus program is founded by European Union. So I was being paid for 100 euros a month to live in Canary Islands, which was pretty awesome. So that's the best thing that European Union did for me personally. We should be more focused on environmental stuff. So that's what we do already, that plastic bags will be soon banned in the EU. And I think European countries should focus more on green energy, and that we have a big problem with that in Poland more than in the rest of EU, at least Western countries in the EU. So that's the first thing, and I would really like European countries to move towards electric cars instead of classic gasoline cars, because I think everything will change in the cities, especially noise-wise. I think cars generate most amount of noise in the city, and if we'll move to electric ones, that's going to be way better. So I think European Union can do a lot about it, mostly decreasing taxes on electric cars and investing more into infrastructure to charge those cars.